In Kenyan politics, loyalty is currency, but it's also temporary. One day you are dining at the high table, laughing with the powerful, walking corridors with influence. The next, you are the story, not the author of it, but the victim of it.
Mimi nataka kusema kitu moja juu ya maandamano, kwa sababu maandamano si kitu. Maandamano si tumefanya tangu 1960 something. Maandamano haitatuwekea chakula kwa meza. Maandamano haitatupatia development. Lakini let them know that we do not negotiate with terrorists. Sisi, we do not negotiate with what? With terrorists. Hiyo uoga wanataka kutuuzia. Mnataka kuuza uoga. Ati kila siku ukiamka hivi kwa kitanda yako kuna caretaker anakuambia nitakufungia mlango nitaka.
The vendetta of the manner with which they were dealing with me, because of, you know, obviously going to receive Matiang'i from the airport, which was a culmination of many things, speaking up about the diaspora, fake jobs. I spoke about this Russia thing before Russia came to.
It has been 10 months now, and the vigor in which the party has gone after you is somehow alarming. And you say, because you had a voice to some extent.
Yes.
Why the party? Why did the party want you out so bad that they have to be, because to some extent they're going to appeal this again?
You know, the party is William Ruto. And the party is William Ruto and all the boys around him.
This person has seen where I want to go. And you know, that's the thing that Ruto has. Like, when you get to his space, you are sold. You are sold. Unatoka hapo, wewe sasa umebatizwa, unaimba tu sifa. Because he really has a way. Bana ukiingia wewe room ukitoka, wewe una preach to Ruto, Ruto, Ruto. So when I entered, I came out. He's jealous. He wants to be the only person around the table. And he doesn't really have much to offer anyway, but he's very, you know.
Well, kumekucha.
No, but ni ukweli. Mimi nakwambia ukweli. Even this president, amumuone huruma. Like, how many women can you sleep with, really? I mean, it's such a... I have godfathers I have slept with in State House who apparently are the reason I was nominated.
As James Orengo once warned during debates around state power and governance excess,
yes. Government is their own people. This government is going to punish you more than they will punish you. I'm telling you, be candid. When Parliament is dealing with something which is clearly unconstitutional, we should say so. Yes. We should not let it pass. Yes. But if it passes, even the courts are going to say, was Volkomen there? Was Sang there? Was Kilonzo there? Was the Attorney General Emeritus, was he there? Was the Speaker there, who is a legal student? Was he there? So I urge you that this bill is only for rejection. And in conclusion, I want to talk to my sister Nyaugenya, Honorable Beth Mugo. We have gone through the trenches with you. You know how, when governments are in power, how they behave. I think probably you can give people on the other side a little education. That sometimes revolutions eat their own children. Yes. Government eats their own people. This government is going to punish you more than they will punish me. I'm telling you, in another 1 year, you will be crying in my office to come and represent you. I know, I can tell you. I've appeared for President Kibaki when he was in the opposition about laws which were made here. I've appeared for President Uhuru and Vice President Ruto when Kanu was going away. When Kibaki was taking away his members and making them ministers, I went to court on their behalf. But now that they're in power, they are forgetting. And power, when power gets into your head, I can tell you, you will never remember that one day there's a bigger power, almighty, that will deal with you.
He said it in the context of warning those in power that systems built on control and suppression eventually turn inward, consuming even their most loyal defenders. And today, that warning feels less like history and more like life coverage.
Madam, unataka nianguke madam? Unataka nianguke? Unataka nianguke? Wachana na mguu yangu. Wachana na mguu yangu. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you, woman. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Langat ako nje. Wengine wako ndani. Shame on you. Shame on you. Women being used. Shame on you. Shame. Achana na mguu yangu. Achana na mguu yangu. Nimesema achana na mguu yangu. Achana na mguu yangu. Unaniambia sasa pia.
You know, this is something that people don't know. My salary did not stop on the day when they gazetted my seat vacant. My salary actually stopped about 3 months before that. When I was suspended, the clerk of the Senate wrote an internal memo or engineered some internal mechanism to stop my salary. And even that matter is still in court at the labor court.
That was unlawful?
So yeah, so my salary I haven't received a salary from Parliamentary Service Commission. I can't even remember the last time I got a salary from them, to be honest. I think now we are clocking a year.
It started with Rigathi Gachagua, once the closest political ally to William Ruto, from campaign engine to internal friction to political distancing.
It's the most unfortunate thing that has ever happened in this country. That you can be so vicious to a man who helped you to be president. And the crime of this man, telling you the truth. Don't evict people without compensation, Mr. President. Mr. President, don't overtax people. You are killing them, you are killing their businesses. Don't force a housing program on people. If people do not own these houses, don't force them. My only problem with the president is just being truthful, because nobody else can tell him. It was a political game by the president to get rid of me. And looking at it, I don't think the president had any intention of ever working with me. I think he just needed me to help him win the election because of my mobilization capacity and the faith that the Mount Kenya region has in me.
A man who once spoke for the presidency now increasingly speaks against it.
William Ruto, you need to know, the Americans want to know why you are working with Al-Shabaab. Why, when you are in Mandera, you met 3 leaders of the Al-Shabaab militia at night to discuss business with them. They want to know why. They also want to know why you have removed the requirement for vetting of non-Kenyans before they are given IDs. The Americans are concerned that suspected terrorists will be registered as Kenyans and they will find their way to America and the rest of the world.
Then comes the case of Gloria Orwoba. From a rising voice within the ruling United Democratic Alliance Party to a senator now fighting political survival. But what changed? In 2025, Orwoba openly defied party positions, particularly around internal discipline and alignment with the ruling coalition stance on dissent and protest. A fallout with UDA escalated into disciplinary action and expulsion attempts, a court battle where the judiciary temporarily altered her removal, meaning she remained in political limbo, neither fully inside nor fully outside.
Very valuable diamond. You have to really pass through proper fire. Of course, I'm happy with the ruling that came out. And really, you know, this celebration I should have had, and maybe even Kenyans didn't understand what was happening. But when I won the political parties tribunal case, I won the case. And all parties were actually directed through orders of the court, of the tribunal, that I have to be reinstated. And when I say all parties, that means UDA. The registrar of political parties actually admitted at the political parties tribunal that they had never removed me from the UDA as a member.
But in Kenyan politics, legality doesn't always equal protection. During the 2024 Kenyan Finance Bill protest, when young Kenyans flooded the streets rejecting the bill, Orwoba took a controversial stand. She pushed for stronger regulations of X, citing misinformation and hate speech.
Planning the operation of social media platform X Corporation, formerly Twitter, in the country. Recently, Brazil's Supreme Court ordered a nationwide suspension of X social media platform for defying court orders to take down accounts and posts that violate its laws around disinformation, misinformation, and hate speech. Back in Kenya, abuse of social media, including X, to spread disinformation, misinformation, and hate speech continues to be of concern with the proliferation of the internet and social media in the country. Social media has been used to attack innocent persons, including revealing critical information of the victims in violation of the Data Protection Act. This worrying trend should be dealt with urgently to deter the perpetrators. In the statement, the committee should, 1, outline the basic guidelines that the Communication Authority of Kenya and the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner, ODPC, have laid to ensure that X complies with Kenyan laws and regulations. 2, confirm whether the following social media platforms are registered in Kenya: X, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. 3, state the measures in place to ensure victims of abuse of social media have access to customer care services within the country, where they can report the case of misuse of social media perpetrated through social media in Kenya.
Critics saw it differently, an attempt to silence digital dissent, a move against the very generation driving political accountability. Her alleged involvement in exposing a user's personal information only worsened her standing among online communities. Fast forward to today, and the same online space is watching her downfall with little sympathy. At one point, Orwoba walked into the Senate in a white suit, stained to resemble menstrual blood, a bold protest against period stigma. The moment went viral. It earned public attention, brand endorsements around menstrual health, recognition as a voice for women's issues. But symbolism in politics is fragile. It elevates you fast, but it doesn't shield you when power shifts. In a twist that raised eyebrows, Orwoba, who had previously claimed that Rigathi Gachagua was financing protest,
it's fine, yes. And I want to ask you a question, because you said, and you're purporting, as a matter of fact, that the former president is the one who is financing the demonstrations. And because this is on Citizen TV, how do you know that? And how much is it? When has he been paying that, and through what channels?
The same questions I can ask you, and you might not answer. How do you know that it is not him?
No, we cannot argue like that here, Senator.
No, you know.
Was later seen attending Israelis. In Kenyan politics, enemies become allies and allies become casualties. Her recent dramatic removal from parliamentary premises, physically carried out, was more than enforcement. It was symbolic. A warning: step out of line and the system will respond. Not quietly, but publicly. But is this new? Not really. Kenyan politics has a pattern of disciplining dissenters within ruling parties. For example, Moses Kuria has previously clashed with party lines though often surviving through strategic realignment. Irungu Kang'ata faced backlash after publicly disagreeing with leadership during the previous regime. And what about Isaac Mwaura? Isaac Mwaura was expelled from the UDA over alleged disloyalty. But what makes Orwoba's case stand out is the speed and intensity of the fallout and the public nature of the punishment. So, the bigger question here, how did we get here? From Ruto's rising voice to being carried out like a criminal, maybe she miscalculated, maybe she challenged power too soon, or maybe this is simply how the system works. Because in this game, loyalty is rewarded temporarily, dissent is punished immediately. And as Orengo warned, power doesn't just fight its enemies, it eventually turns on its own.